Hello, welcome back to school. We'll see how this goes. It's just starting to rain out really bad and I just got in before it got really bad. I need to tie my hair up more because it's on my neck and it's really hot and stuffy in here. I have to be gone at 1800 hours or a little bit before choir gathering. So that'll give me something to look forward to. Oh. All right. I'm going to review the ordinary stuff, or the whatever they call it. And I'll figure out what to do next. I do want to work on this thing here. But I'll see how things are when I get there. I hope I don't need to get a new metronome. That stays. That one goes off. That one goes on. Oh, I have to close all the pedals because the last person had the whatever that one is called, the crescendo, swell, whatever they call it, fully extended, opened, which I really don't care for because it kind of makes everything sound wonky. Oh, I don't want that one. I do want that one. I don't want that one, but I do want that one. I gotta think, is this swell to great or the great to pedal? Great to pedal. We don't, okay, we're doing okay on that. Okay. Pastor just left, so I can pull out all the stops. Kyrie. Because I don't know the Gloria Patri yet. I notice sharp. Let's try that again. Starting from that taketh away the sins of the world. Let's fix it. Thou that sittest at the right hand of God the Father. Say that again because I need to play the right notes. So we're going to start from the drop. For thou only art holy. Could work, but it's not right. I don't know why. I like this one and I can't play it. Okay, let's do from the beginning of the salutation. Beginning of the salutation. Try from the beginning of the salutation again and try playing the second half of the salutation correctly. Let's try that. Okay, now let's try to fix the first half of the salutation. Now let's go back to the end of the Gloria at the big section, whatever the big section is, after the quiet section. For thou only art holy. For thou only art holy. Alleluia at the gradual. Let's try the right key. Let's try that again for the bass's sake. Let's try that again just to make sure that everything is correct. Flat. Let's go back to the salutation and then add the salutation and the Alleluia from the gradual. now we're going to the readings, particularly the gospel readings, because there's nothing for the epistle readings, nor is there hardly anything for the Old Testament. Well, in this old book that I'm using. The newer book does have more Old Testament stuff, but they go through it like in 3 years, and yeah, some of the readings aren't really all that great. I like the old 1-year lectionary better. Okay. Fix the sopranos. Tenor, bass. Okay, let's do the readings again just to make sure that they're correct. Let's put the Alleluia with the readings. And I think that's where I'm at. So now we're going to put everything together now that I've kind of went through and looked at everything at least once or twice, putting things together. Now we're going to put the whole thing together. And I'm not, well, I don't know. I might do the shepherd's part, but we'll see. That's a little bit too fast for a lament of having mercy. What if I did this? What if I did this? Glory be to God on high. you're going to do that. That ending wasn't really all that great. Bow, dum, bow. That takes us up to where we're at with the offertory. Not really in the mood to look at anything new for the liturgy. I had a really rough morning. So I'm gonna try to figure out if I can get anything on this page that's all crinkled and try to get to wherever I need to get to. Beat it out of my brain or something. Okay. I'm just gonna leave everything as it is, except remove the stop. There. Isn't there like 5 notes each pattern, or is it just 4? Let's see. Do, ti, do, do, ti. Do, ti, la, or do, la, ti, la, do, la, ti, la, do, ti, do, la. And now I just got back to where I just came off of. Dear God, I pray thee. Have donation. Isn't there like a high note up there somewhere? Or maybe it like hangs out. I don't know. We're still stuck at the second line of music. Okay, that cannot be right, because that just takes me to where I just came off of. So, let's do this. Well, I can't really read the notes very well. Okay, here's some notes I can read. Wait, something's still not right. I wonder if I have this piece in my drive, I can like reprint it off, because I cannot read any of the notes for the section that I need to be able to be working on and to be moving forward. Of course, I don't have access to a copy machine unless it is my own hand and pencil and manuscript paper, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea. There are no unisons at all in this piece. At least not where you think they are. I don't know what happened after that part. And I don't know where that part is in the music. Oh, I think he goes back. I think he goes up a scale. I think he goes up a scale. I am, but I got further than I did yesterday and the day before combined, so we're doing okay. I just need to figure out what's going on up there. Let's start from that second star, or the first star. Is that even correct, or am I totally dropping a whole beat? Second line of music, not the third. I think that's a B flat, but I can't really tell. Yeah, I really do need to get myself a better score because I can't read this whole first page, and I've been waiting for a year for someone to help me finish it, but nobody wants to help me finish it, so yeah. Somehow you're off. Sharp.
knows where I'm at, can someone please tell me where I'm at in like the score? Because that would greatly help. Kind of feels like walking on a road aimlessly and you're trying to figure out where you're going because there's no road signs anywhere and it's dark. Being distracted by the thunder. Keep going, descend. Time is it? Is this clock even right? What time did I get here? 4:20-ish? 4:30-ish? I'm gonna get a drink of water because I'm thirsty and there's no water cups around here, so I have to get a drink of water. Nice cold water. Scheiße. Where am I gonna get water now? Okay, my water fountain that I usually use when I don't have my water cup is not working. So I need to find a water fountain that works. Well, first I need to find a water fountain, which is fine because I need to walk around anyways. I'll just look. I don't know if there's one down the hallway, but I could check down in the hallway. But I think there might be one downstairs, but I don't know. So we're gonna go on a little walking tour to see if I can find a water fountain. Otherwise, I may have to go to that restaurant down the street and get some water because I'm really, really thirsty. Okay, I'm just gonna take a casual look down the school hallway. I don't think there's any water fountains down here. There's an icon of Jesus. I don't think there's any in the Latin room where we did our Latin lessons. I don't think there's any there. There might be one downstairs. I know there's restrooms downstairs. Where there's a restroom, there might be a water fountain. So I'm gonna take the elevator downstairs. Unless it too doesn't work. No, it's okay. I think it's working. So we're gonna go inside. Gonna feel. This says B. And we're gonna go to B. Just like that. That is about the amount of my Braille knowledge. All right. Now. Ooh. Oh my gosh. It's actually nice down here. It's nice and cool. Okay, there's a door, there's no water fountains here that I see. This room is not as cool. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna find any light switches around this place. Nope. They do not believe in light switches in here. All right, I'm gonna go find a water fountain. This is kind of creepy. I'm at a window. It's really pretty, but it's kind of creepy when you look up and from under the inside. But there's no water fountain in the window. Okay. So, there's no water downstairs. There's no water on this floor. There's only one way that I know of. Ooh, I almost ran into the lectern. There's one way that I know of to get water. I did not think getting water would be such a difficult task. Okay. So, walking down the main aisle of the sanctuary. We are gonna go and get water the only way I can think of to get water that doesn't require me going out and getting water from the restaurant down the street. We are going to go into the bathroom. Okay, I gotta wait for that to get really, really cold. And then I'm gonna drink out of it. Well, with my hands cupped, because that's what they did in the Bible. Okay, I got my water quench taken care of. What time is it? 20 minutes-ish? I think. I'll work for another 20 minutes. It's about 40 after 5 right now. I got a text message from my person who is coming to get me for our gathering. So I'll check in on that. And then, yeah, I'll just be back to check in on that message. Okay. I'm gonna keep beating up on... Who is this guy that I'm talk about? Because I have to figure out how this thing goes. right. I don't know if I did this right. I played something that I don't normally play. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know. I'm wondering if I asked. Yeah, I might do that tonight. I will ask someone who I know. Maybe they might be able to help me fix wherever I am at and help me get beyond it to get to where I need to be going. It's still wound up from before. I just can't even see it. method is not going to work. That's the old way. You don't want to do the old way. Two, three, and. Gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. On your D, G, 3, and.
Just after 6. Need to check and see if I have any messages. I do have a message. Let me check on this. Okay, so I got about 10 minutes, maybe, give or take. I don't know. But I want to get this passage. For giggles. Shiza 3 and but my brain is just not focusing right now. I couldn't find water, and I didn't have a lot of time to do what I wanted to do. We're not working at that tempo. You have no need to be working at that tempo. So, in the sense of a grade, I'd give myself definitely a better mark than the past couple days, but I wouldn't give it a full on perfect score. I would probably say maybe 80% better, give or take. I don't think it's worth 90. I guarantee it's not worth 90 or anything above that. I would say about 80. And that's because I'm really hard on myself. All right, so that is done. We're gonna turn that off and making sure that everything is set back to normal for the next guy that comes here and uses the organ. It might be me or it might be someone else, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave and chit chat with you guys later. Please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget, ring the notification bell for all notifications.